to talk about insurance tonight. I'm on the way to work. Sometimes you get a quote which shocks you. I bought this bike on complete impulse. I happened to be in a motorbike shop and this bike was in there at the right money, at the right time, and I bought it. Didn't even think about insuring the bike. So it wasn't until I got home and I phoned up my insurance company, Hastings Direct I will mention, and I said, right, just bought an S1000RR, I need to add it to my my policy, can you give me a quote please? And they said, sorry sir, we can't insure you on that bike. So what do you mean you can't insure me on that bike? Sorry sir, it's, we can't quote you. Oh, okay, right, I'll cancel my insurance then, thank you very much. So after 5 years of being with Hastings Direct, they can't quote me on this bike. You know, I don't get it. Right, remember, I'm in my 50s. I have never had a claim, ever. I haven't got any convictions. In fact, my only conviction I've had was in 1994, a speeding offence, and it wasn't even a bad one. I wasn't doing over a ton, you know, but so why on earth, you know, the bike's garage is alarmed, you know, I've got Rottweiler in there sitting with it 24/7, you know, why can't you insure me? Oh, sorry sir. But none of that matters to these insurance companies because it's about the bike. So then the faffing starts, doesn't it? You know, then you have to start phoning round, dealing with a load of different insurance companies. You know, it's all a palaver. And, you know, is it all done on purpose? Why can't I? Why insurance companies? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on Twitter and I'm going to tag a few of you in it in the hope that you'll watch it. Why can I not get some loyalty? Why can I not come to you and stay with you? Why every year do I have to go in search of a new insurance company? Somebody answer me that. Well, I know why. Well, I know why. Because this is the problem. They're a for profit only, aren't they, insurance companies? They don't actually provide nothing. They don't even send paperwork out anymore. You know, they just email you the shit. So what do they actually provide? In fact, I read somewhere once upon a time that they don't even insure you until you make a claim. So all that money that you give them gets squirreled away in a massive pot that they can squander here, there and everywhere. And it's not until you actually make a claim that they insure you. I read that somewhere. Maybe somebody knows better than me and can enlighten me on that fact. If they can get out of paying out, they will do it, won't they? You know, you go to them with good faith that you will have your bike insured, but if you put the wrong tyre pressures in your bike or something like that, they'll wheedle their way out of it. But I'll tell you how much I'm paying, all right? And I'm furious about it. I hung up from Hastings Direct and I gave BMOTO a call. Now, I've heard various things about BMOTO. Most of it is good, I will say. You know, most of it is good. They give a lot of good options. Okay, but these are the people that I phone because they're the trendy ones at the moment. These are the ones that all the motor vloggers seem to be recommending. So I got the guy on the end of the phone. I say to him, just bought an S1000RR. I've got a BMW R1200 GS Adventure as well. Can you give me a quote on both vehicles? And he said, certainly sir, give me a moment. And he came back to me, £845. 845 quid. Oh, I said, come on mate, you're having a laugh, aren't you? You know, that's like taking the mickey. And then we had this whole conversation about how collectible by these unscrupulous bastards this bike is. You know, and I said to him, well, what's that got to do with me? You know, I've never had a claim. So why should that reflect on me? And he said, well sir, it's about the bike, isn't it? Well, I said, well, why is that then? Anyway, so to cut a long story short, he said, okay sir, I'll go away and push some buttons. I said, thank you very much. So he comes back to me 5 minutes later. So he has a word with his manager and he comes back to me, £765. £765, and like that he's taken off 80-90 quid. And then we get on to excess. Bloody excess. Now excess used to be, once upon a time, you had a voluntary excess, so you could pay more excess to reduce your premium. So, you know, if my voluntary excess was £100, you know, my premium would be 765 quid. But if I made my voluntary excess £200, it would bring it down to 700 quid. You know, so you could manoeuvre it like that to make it, you know, make the premium less horrendous. But oh no, not anymore, because they have compulsory excess now. £600 compulsory excess. They want, not wanted, because they want £600 compulsory excess. And I give them £100 voluntary excess, which doesn't make a difference at all to my premium. So that's it, 765 quid, fully comprehensive on this bike, MIGS, which is sat at home tucked up in the garage. It's no wonder there's so many arseholes out there driving around without insurance, isn't it? At costs like that. You know, and people will say it's because bikes are more expensive. Well, so are cars more expensive, but I pay nothing like the premium on my cars or my van that I have to pay on my bike, because I'm a lazy bugger. I couldn't be asked to phone around, so I just took out the insurance with BMOTO. But it played on my mind for a week, and in the end I phoned up Bennett's, another well-known bloody motorcycle insurance company in Britain, and lo and behold, they quote me exactly the same figures, exactly the same. And I thought to myself, well, that's odd, isn't it? But it's because they're a broker. They're using the same insurance company. They're all broke. There's a couple of insurance companies that they all go to, and there's a gazillion brokers. And the problem is, they all want a piece of the action, don't they? They all want their nice little share. And then the other problem, another problem is, so, okay, I buy this bike, give a load of money over for this bike, and then suddenly you get stung with a £765 bill for insurance. You think, well, I haven't got £765 for insurance. So then you have to take it out monthly. So what do? They sting you 20% APR. 20% APR. Because I want to take it out monthly. Thieves. You can either have a multi-bike, that's a laugh in itself, isn't it? Back in the day, and I say this all the time, back in the good old days, there used to be a policy called the rider policy, which enabled you to have, you know, because you are the only person that rides your bikes, so you might have 10 bikes, for example. But you can only ride one at a time, can't you? So there was a rider policy that enabled you to do that. So you could have numerous amount of bikes, but it was you that was insured. And as long as you kept the insurance company up to date with what bike you had in the garage or what bikes you didn't have, everybody was happy. But they obviously weren't making enough money out of that, were they? So they got rid of that. Yeah, I am livid about 765 quid. I'm livid about it. But what can you do? I've got to have it to ride my bike on the road. So I'm stuck, aren't I? I'm stuck at 765 quid. What else can I do? Ride it with no insurance, I suppose. Which is what so many people are doing now in this country. So many people are riding or driving their cars with no insurance. It's bloody scandalous, and it's only because of greedy insurance companies. And they'll tell you that statistics are going up. And I know there's some unscrupulous bastards out there that will claim for anything. You know, little Johnny pushed the television over, I need a new telly. Or he's painted the bathroom. You know, we need it all redecorating, you know, or, you know, people are falsifying insurance all the time. But I'm not one of them, and that should show with my no claims. I have full no claims, and that's another scam. That's another scam, isn't it? So, like with my car, for example. So with my car, if I've got 35 years no claims, and I buy another car, none of that no claims goes over to the new car. I have to start a fresh no claims bonus on the second car. How does that work? It's still me driving the bloody thing. It's still parked on the same drive at home. Oh, they're thieves. I hate them. I don't know how many cars are on the road in Britain. Must be, well, there's 66, 67 million people in this country now. So there's got to be, what, 20, 25 million cars on the road in the UK. Insurance companies are raking it in. Because no one can speed anymore, can they? Everyone's doing 40 mile an hour everywhere. Because that's all you can do. And this is another thing. You know, when you're taking out your insurance, you have to tell them how much you're going to use the vehicle. You know, how many miles are you going to do, sir? Oh, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000. 3,000 or 4,000. What? You're actually going to use it, are you, sir? Yeah, I'll probably take it to work a couple of times as well. Oh, social, domestic, pleasure, and commuting. That's going to put the price up. Oh, is it, by God? Okay. Why? Because I actually want to use my bike. One of them at a time. Anyway, that's it. Rant over. I just had to get it off my chest. God, I'm so angry about it. But there we go. Insurance companies, please, if you're coming up with some ideas to get people to come to you, just insure the person. Insure me. So I've got my van, I've got a car, and I've got 2 motorbikes, and I can only drive one at a time. But what I don't understand about these insurance companies is why I can't go to them and insure me to drive them all. You know, why can I go to them and insure individual fit items, but I can't insure myself on everything? Perhaps if there's an insurance company watching this, please explain that to me. Because I don't understand that. I don't understand. It's still the same vehicles. Is it because you're not making enough money? Well, because that's all I can think it is. And I feel sorry for kids. I feel sorry for kids these days. You know, my son, when he took out insurance on his car, £2,000. Paid 1,800 quid for the car. Little Ford Fiesta 1.2. Paid 1,800 quid for it. Fucking £2,000 insurance to insure him. They're treating them like they're guilty straight away, aren't they? You could be the best, most sensible kid on the road. Doesn't matter. £2,000. Do you want to see how much room I've got in here? Enough for one of them. Okay, right, that's enough for today. Sorry about the rant. Like I said, I needed to get it off my chest. Right, I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for watching, as always. Cheers for now.